Okay, today we're going to do a little hike. It's going to be uphill most of the way. We're going to go the Garstin Trail up to Murray Peak, and we're out in a little bit of a residential area on South Palm Canyon, but we're going to be heading up this trail pretty soon, and it's uphill all the way. Well, this is the Garstin Trail, and we're kind of fortunate because the first part of our hike is in the shade because the sun's not completely up yet. So if we're really lucky, we'll get quite a ways up here before we hit the sun. Just a little panorama around of the area that we drove through to get to the start of the hike. It's kind of one of the upscale areas of Palm Springs. And we've only got a couple of trusty hikers today, but they're ready. Well, we've been hiking for about 5 minutes, basically uphill all the way. You can see the car down there. We're in the sun now, and we're going to be going up more. This is where we are right now, and I'll show you where we've got to go. To the top of that one. It's quite a ways, uphill all the way. You can see people walking up there. Okay, we've been hiking for about a half an hour. We've gained 800 feet of elevation, and we still have quite a ways to go. We've gone 1.5 miles approximately, and our destination is that peak in the background. I'm going to zoom in on it so you can see it closer. That is Murray Peak. That is where we want to be for lunch. Okay, we found another rosy boa today, and we're just going to follow him. Oops, I'm in the shadow here. He's just trying to hide in this tree as he works his way in there. Where did he go? Oh, here's the front end here. Okay. They don't move very fast. They're slow moving. And you can see him in there. This guy's not that big. The Clara Burgess Trail is what we're going to be taking now, and it's going to take us over to Wildhorse, which is, I think it might be part of the Clara Burgess. Anyways, we have to go down a little bit to get over to the start of the Wildhorse. Okay, we've been on the Clara Burgess, and we've come over to kind of a crossing point, but this is where we're going to be going up the Wildhorse, and it's got two names. It's the Wildhorse Clara Burgess, and this is where we're going to go. We got to get up this rise here, but ultimately we're going to this peak. Over here. Well, we've made it up from the bottom of Wildhorse. We've come up to the first hill, and we've gone about 2.17 miles. Now we have to do the ascent on the second bigger hill of Wildhorse, which is up to the top here. And there goes the team. They're going. Well, we've made it up the last big rise on Wildhorse, and we're working our way along this top ridge. Just give you a little pan about where we are. And we have to go along this little ridge for a ways, and then up across the back here to the peak that you can see furthest away. That is Murray Peak. Okay, we finished the Wildhorse Trail, which is part of the Clara Burgess, and now we're just going to be on the Clara Burgess, and it's going to take us right up to Murray Peak.
Burgess or Burgess?
Okay, we worked our way around the backside of Murray, and we're just looking back to the, I guess it's the east Indio area. I don't know if you can see the plane in the background coming in. We're above that. And we have our last little ascent up the backside of Murray, and we'll be up there shortly. We're hoping to get a picnic table, but it looks like there's a few people up there.
Good, have a good one.
And here comes our trusty hikers on the final ascent to Murray Peak. And we're pretty much up there. So we made it up to the top, and we got ourselves a picnic table, and our team's had a little snack, and they've been looking around a little bit, and we'll just give you the view from the top of Murray Peak. Well, not quite the top. We still have a couple of feet more to go. And this is looking down, back down at Palm Springs. And you can kind of see how far we've come. The airport's in the background, and we have a young lady up on the top here. So this is the actual top right up there, which will be up there in a minute. Okay, we've left the top of the Murray Peak, and we're going to be heading down the front face just for a little bit different route on the way back. And we have to be very careful going down because it's a little slippery. And we're going to work our way down. I don't know if you can see the trail in the background. It goes all the way down through here. And away we go. And there goes Kelly. And she's catching up to Sheila. She just went around behind that rock. And she's working her way down. There they go. Okay, it's downhill and they're picking up speed. Away they go, heading back to the car. We've got a big pool party to go to this afternoon, so we got to make it back on time for that.
Hey Wayne, glad you could make the show. And off he goes.
Well, we've come from the top of Murray Peak. We've come all the way down the Clara Burgess trail, and we've made it to the bottom. And now what we have to do is we have to hike back across to the other end of the Clara Burgess trail. Having trouble with that. And that's another couple of miles. But we're good for it. We still got water, and we're going.
All right, let's get this done.
Well, we've made it back across the wasteland. It's the area of sort of like nothingness. It's taken us a little while. We stopped and had a little snack. We're now at the crossroads of the Garstin Wildhorse trail, and we're going to be heading down this way on our way back to the car. And there goes our trusty hikers. They're tired, and we're gone.